This is everything you need to know to be an animator on Ataka. First of all, let's talk about software. For our movie, we chose Blender because it's free and open source. However, if you're working in another software or you're even a 2D animator and you're willing to learn Blender, feel free to apply. You can do this in two ways. The first is by submitting your existing reel or a collection of clips you've already made. If you don't have a reel, the other option is to animate a 5 to 10 second animation test. If you choose this option, make sure to find something that you actually find cool, something that inspires you. Good animators can adapt to different animation styles, so our focus right now is really on you. What drives you, what you find cool. For reference, some of our biggest inspirations for the movement style of Ataka are Into the Spider-Verse and Studio Ghibli. That doesn't mean we want you to animate on twos like Spider-Verse does. It just means we want to take the dynamic movement and posing of Spider-Verse and combine that with a beautiful style of expression, even in mundane actions that Studio Ghibli has. Our ultimate goal is to make really soulful animation where, similar to Studio Ghibli, even when we're getting technical, it's about how to make things feel right, which I think isn't always a priority in low-budget animation. I'll provide all our animators a more specific style guide before we start animating. One of the things I'm most excited about is the teamwork aspect of Ataka animation. If you get hired, you're going to be working alongside 14 other really talented animators as well as me to create the best thing we possibly can. We'll communicate through Discord, and ultimately it's up to you just how collaborative you want to be, depending on your personal process and how you want to grow as an animator. Also, all our work is remote, so you can apply from anywhere in the world. Before you start each scene, I'm going to give you storyboards, shot notes, and a video explaining the context and emotion of the scene. From there, I'll encourage you to do a layout pass of your shots first, which I'm going to give you feedback on through a platform called SyncSketch. My goal is to keep revisions to a minimum, but also end up with great animation. I think the best way to do that is to share progress as you go along, so we're making changes sooner rather than making big revision passes later. I think the communication and a shared vision are the most important things to making great animation, especially remotely. Let's talk about payment. Our payment structure is per minute of animation, so the quicker you work, the better it is. Rates will average about $600 USD per minute of animation, which will vary a bit depending on the difficulty of the sequence. Just to be clear, as an animator myself, I know this rate isn't amazing. That's why I'm really focused on making up for that in every other way possible. That means giving you longer timelines. Most animators will have about a year to do 5 to 7 minutes. That means creating a great team environment where you can grow and thrive together, and ultimately where you can walk away from the movie with a big reel of feature quality animation. You're also going to come away from this with a resume piece of having been an instrumental animator on a feature film, and also make some decent money too. But ultimately, one of the most important things to me as an animator is being able to put your fingerprints on large parts of the movie. You're actually going to get to put your heart, your feeling, your ideas into what you're making and have that effort matter in what shows up on screen. Instead of working positions where you're constantly undervalued and rushed. Working with us probably makes the most sense for someone who has some experience and talent, but is really looking to flip a switch and turn this into a career. I think this is a really good stepping off point into doing that. More seasoned animators are welcome too. It might not be worth doing for the rate alone, but if you want to work on something where what you do has a big impact, then it might be for you. I've been an animator for the last 10 years, and that means I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure you walk away with the best experience possible. The way I plan to structure animation is that, when possible, I want to give you longer sections to animate on, like 45 seconds to a minute, so you can really have some ownership and a signature on parts of the film. That way, when you're putting clips into your portfolio, you have some extended pieces to show. When you're done, I'm also going to make a reel for you from what you did in the movie to make sure you can leave us with something you can use going forward. If you couldn't already tell, I love filmmaking. It's my passion, and I want to work with people who feel the same way, who want to make something that means something worth caring about. And if that's you, I would love for you to apply at atakamovie.com/animate. In our writing, and our casting, and our recording, I've poured my heart into trying to make something truly worth caring about, something really great. And with your help, I know we can do the same with our animation. Have a great day.